This is for educational use only. Our group grants permission for our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardinis, to use this as educational material.
Global media cultures play a vital role in shaping how societies connect, exchange ideas, and influence one another. The rise of various forms of media, from newspapers and telephones to the internet and social media, has made globalization not only possible but also faster and more dynamic. This report aims to address the two key learning objectives. Learning objective number one, which is to analyze how various media drive various forms of global integration, and learning objective number two, which is to explain the dynamic between local and global cultural production. History and stages of global media and culture. The history of global media can be traced through different eras of communication, each contributing to the acceleration of globalization. Newspaper era, 17th and 19th century. Early newspaper first appeared in Europe in the 1600s, spreading political, cultural, and commercial information. Newspapers were essential in forming national consciousness, providing citizens with shared news and fostering democracy. In the colonial era, newspapers carried not just local stories but also global affairs, making people aware of events far beyond their borders. Example, in the Philippines, newspapers such as La Solidaridad were crucial in spreading nationalist ideas during the Spanish era. Telephone era 1875 onward. Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone allowed instant voice communication across long distance. Unlike newspapers, the telephone was more personal, used for business deals, family communication, and diplomacy. It became a foundation for global commerce, linking people across borders in real time. Motion pictures era, late 19th, early 20th century. Film created the first global entertainment industry, with Hollywood becoming a symbol of cultural dominance. Motion pictures spread not only entertainment but also cultural values and ideologies. Example, Charlie Chaplin films were popular worldwide, even in non-English speaking countries, providing cinema's universal languages.
Radio era, 1900s to 1925 onward. Radio marked as a shift to mass communication, one to many. It was critical during World War II. Broadcasting, propaganda, moral boosting, music, and news. It united populations around shared cultural moments, like listening to live concerts or political speeches. Example, in the Philippines, radios broadcast World War II messages keeping hope alive during Japanese occupations. Television era, 1950s onward. Television merged sound and moving images, revolutionizing mass communication. It became the global stage for events like 1969 moon landing or international sports like the Olympics. Television shows such as Friends or Sesame Street influenced cultures across borders. Cable television era, 1970s to 1990s. Cable introduction global networks like CNN, BBC, and MTV. CNN pioneered live 24 hours news, changing how global crises were consumed. Gulf War coverage in 1991. MTV globalization, pop music, shipping trends in youth, culture across continents. Lastly, Internet era, 1990s percent. The Internet revolutionized globalization with instant, interactive, and participatory communication. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok allow not just content consumption but also creation. Viral trends cross borders instantly. TikTok, dances, or K-pop fan activities. The internet also give rise to citizens journalism, where ordinary people can shape global narratives.
So how various media drive global integration?
a dynamic between local and global cultural production. So media is not just for tool for communication. It is the engine of global integration. Each medium that emerged throughout history has reshaped how people interact, trade, and share culture across borders. Newspapers, the telephone, radio, television, cable television, and the internet all pushed societies toward greater intercommodities. Newspapers and print media. Newspapers made information more accessible to the masses and allowed for the sharing for new beyond local communities. For the first time, people could follow both domestic and international events regularly. For example, during the 19th century, newspapers circulated widely across colonies and trading ports, spreading not just political news but also advertisements for global products like textiles and spices. The second one is telephone. Invented in 1876, the telephone drastically shortened communication time and distance. Instead of waiting for weeks for letters, business and personal messages could now be delivered instantly across cities and even nations. This promoted global economic integration by connecting business, banks, and governments more directly. Number three is motion pictures. Films became one of the first forms of cultural globalization as silent films and later sound films traveled worldwide. Movies allowed audiences across continents to share common stories, humor, and moral lessons. For example, Hollywood's globalized rise in the 20th century established cinemas as both entertainment and cultural export. 4. Radio. Between 1900s to 1925, radio expanded integration by bringing five events, speeches, and music into people's homes. It united nations during times of war and peace, creating sense of shared experience. For example, during World War II, radio broadcasts were used for propaganda, but also provided real-time updates linking citizens to global conflicts. Television and cable television. Television expanded the influence of moving images and gave rise to international broadcasts. Cable television, in particular, allowed access to multiple global channels, bringing foreign shows, news, and advertisement into local households. For example, CNN's live coverage of the Gulf War in 1991 demonstrated the CNN's effect where global news could influence international policy. So number six, internet and social media. The internet revolutionized global integration by enabling instant interaction and content sharing across borders. Social media platforms showed not just companies but also individuals to participate in globalization, producing and sharing culture on a massive scale. For example, platforms like YouTube and TikTok allow creators from the Philippines, Korea, or Nigeria to reach global audiences, shaping popular culture worldwide. The dynamic between local and global cultural production. While media accelerates global integration, it does not erase local culture. Instead, there is a dynamic exchange where global content is adapted and reshaped by local communities, a process often called localization. Localization, global media products are adjusted to suit local audiences. This can be done through dubbing, subtitling, translation, or modifying contents to reflect local values. For example, Korean dramas or K-dramas are subtitled or dubbed in Filipino, making them relatable and understandable for Filipino viewers while still preserving their Korean roots. Hybridization. Local and global culture combine to create new cultural forms. This shows how local audiences are not passive but active participants in cultural production. For example, K-pop itself is a hybrid, blending Western pop and hip hop with Korean lyrics, style, and traditions. Similarly, anime influence are seen in the Philippines animation but with Filipino storytelling elements.
Resistance and preservation. Some local cultural pushback against global domination to protect their heritage. Media can be used to amplify local voices and tradition rather than adopting foreign ones. For example, indigenous radio stations in the Philippines broadcast in native languages to preserving cultural identity, resisting the dominance of English or foreign media. Feedback loop. Global influences become local, then global again. Sometimes local adaptation influence global cultural and return, creating a loop. For example, a Filipino hip-hop incorporates local slang and beats but also gains popularity abroad, influencing the hip-hop scene. Another case is how anime-inspired Filipino comics reach international audiences, showing how local creativity can go global.
3. The role of media globalization. Media is a more than communication tool. It is a driving engage of globalization, enabling the flow of information, culture, goods, and political ideas across the borders. Without media, globalization will be slow and limited to physical trade, migrations, and explorations. Through mass media and digital technology, globalization has become instant, interactive, and cultural influential. How media facilitates the globalization? Number one, facilitating information flow. Media allows a real-time updates for world events, reducing barriers of time and space. Example, when 2004 India Ocean tsunami struck, the global media coverage quickly mobilized the international aid. Number two, promoting cultural exchange. Media serves as a bridge of cultural diffusion of letting people experience other tradition, language, and lifestyle. Example, Netflix brings Korean dramas like Crash and Landing on You to Western viewers like Western films like Asian audience. Third one, driving economic integrations. A media platform support of local trade and advertising, creating a global marketplace. Example, e-commerce site Amazon, Shopee, and Lazada promotes products and international buyers aided by digital advertising. The fourth one, shaping political awareness and movements. Social media gives citizens a platform to share convenience, mobilize, protest that raise a global awareness. Example, the Arab Spring or 2010 to 2012 gained a momentum through Facebook and Twitter showing the political power of media. The fifth one, influencing social identities. A media shapes lifestyle, fashion, music taste, and even language. Youth worldwide will often adopt trends for foreign media, blending their into our own culture. Example, African, Asian, and Latin American youth embrace the Western streetwear and slang while also remixing them to local styles.
Pros and cons of media globalization. Pros. Number 1. Faster communication and information sharing. Media globalization allows people to know about events in real life, regardless of location. Disasters, pandemics, or international conflicts are broadcast instantly, enabling quicker responses. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, news outlets and social media platforms provided immediate updates on safety measures worldwide. Number 2. Cultural exchange and awareness. People are exposed to new cultures, languages, and traditions through movies, music, televisions, and online platforms. This exposure promotes empathy and understanding among nations. Example, K-pop, Bollywood, and Latin music reaching global audience showcase cultural exchange and diversity. Number 3. Economic opportunities. Media globalization opens up international markets for entertainment, advertising, and creative industries. Companies and artists gain global audience and revenue streams. Example, streaming services like Netflix and Spotify generate income for local filmmakers and musicians by distributing their work globally. Number 4. Education and knowledge transfer. Access to global news, documentaries, and online courses democratize education, students and professionals can learn beyond national boundaries. Number 5. Political and social mobilization. Media gives a voice to marginalized communities and supports global advocacy on issues like climate change, human rights, and gender equality. For example, social media movements such as Me Too and climate strikes gain global traction through media platforms. Cons or the disadvantages. Number 1. Cultural homogenization. Dominant cultures, often from the West, overshadow local traditions, languages, and customs. This can lead to a loss of cultural diversity. Number 2. Media imperialism and power imbalance. Global media is often controlled by a few powerful corporations and nations, giving them disproportionate influence over information and culture. Number 3. Misinformation and disinformation. The speed of information sharing also spreads fake news, propaganda, and hate speech that can destabilize societies. For example, online troll farms and fake accounts spreading political disinformation during elections. Number 4. Economic inequality. While some benefit from media globalization, poorer countries without access to advanced technologies are left behind, creating a digital divide. For example, rural areas with limited internet access are excluded from opportunities available in urban countries. Number 5. Erosion of privacy and security risks. The global risk of social media and digital platforms raises concerns about surveillance, data theft, and online harassment. For example, cases of personal data being misused by companies like the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal.
Is there globalization without media? So let's find out. Media is the lifeline of globalization because it is the primary means by which people, ideas, products, and cultures circulate across borders. Without media, globalization as we know it today would be almost impossible. Let's go to historical context. Before modern media, global connection were slower, relying only on physical travel like explorers, traders, and migration. These forms of globalization existed, but they were limited in reach and speed. For example, the Silk Road connected Asia and Europe countries ago, but information could take months or years to travel. Let's also tackle the modern context. With newspaper, radio, television, and later the internet, globalization accelerated. Media compressed time and space, allowing people to know what is happening on the other side of the world instantly. For instance, a war election or sporting events can now be broadcast globally in real time. So let's answer the question, is there a globalization without media? So globalization could theoretically exist without media, but it would be slower, weaker, and less interconnected. Media acts as the engine that powers modern globalization, making it fast, wide-reaching, and cultural integrated.
Is media globalization a form of cultural imperialism? Yes. In some ways, scholars like Herbert Scheller, 1976, argue that media globalization often reflects power imbalances, where powerful nations, especially the US and Western countries, dominate global culture by exporting movies, TV, music, and news. Hollywood films like CNN, Disney, and Netflix are often seen as spreading Western norms and consumer culture globally. This can lead to the erosion of local traditions, where people in smaller nations prefer foreign media over their own. Example, fast food, fashion, and slang popularized by American media are now global trends, sometimes replacing local cultural practices. But not entirely. Media globalization is not a one-way process. Local culture also adapt and localize foreign media. For example, Korean dramas mix Western storytelling techniques with Korean traditions, creating the key wave that now influences the world, including Western countries. In the Philippines, Japanese idol group AKB48 inspired MNL48, but the performances were adjusted for Filipino language, humor, and audience preferences. This shows that local culture are not passive victims. They reshape and reinterpret global media.
So here is the conclusion. The history of media from newspapers and the telephone to radio, television, cable, and the internet shows how it has become the driving force of globalization, shrinking time and space while enabling cultural exchange. Media plays a central role in connecting societies, spreading ideas, and shaping politics and identities, making globalization as we know it impossible without it. While it raises concerns of cultural imperialism by amplifying dominant powers, it also fosters localization and hybridization, proving that local cultures adapt to reshape global influence. Ultimately, media is both the engine and the arena of globalization, offering opportunities for integration while challenging us to preserve cultural diversity and equity in a connected world.